That's stupid. Discussing objective quality of art. Sooner or later, whenever people talk about art, and I mean not only art in the traditional sense, but also in all its modern incarnations, from TV shows over comics to video games, there will be comparisons made between different pieces, and some self-entitled smartass, probably me, will declare one piece objectively better than another. You have heard it before. Rick and Morty is objectively better than Cowboy Bebop. Marvel is objectively worse than DC. Portal 1 was objectively superior to Portal 2. And most of the time, those kind of statements are stupid. Here is what Yahtzee had to say about my last example on zero punctuation.
It's a quantity over quality issue. It's the difference between having a punnet containing 3 nice plump cherries or one containing 5 nice plump cherries and a handful of sawdust. You're either left wanting more or left with a mouth tasting like a pigeon's been roosting in it.
With this very simple sherry analogy, Yahtzee avoided to declare one of the games superior to the other, but instead highlighted the major differences between the two titles and told the viewers to decide which one is better based on what they are looking for in a Portal game. To stay with this example, the amount of content in a video game is neither good or bad. Some people who have little free time prefer a shorter and more polished game. Others who like to get immersed into a game for a longer period of time will probably argue that longer is better and a few tiny imperfections can't ruin this. By moving away from the generalized and simplified statement about the objective superiority of one game over the other and including the available free time different gamers have, we are actually getting closer to a true statement about the quality of those games. For example, I could say, Portal 1 is objectively better for gamers with very limited time, and I would find a lot more people agreeing with me than when I simply declared it superior. However, I guarantee you, others will still find cases where this statement doesn't hold true. Not at least because there are some people out there who are outright against the notion that objective quality in art exists. And you know what? That's stupid. What? Did you expect me to make an argument against the existence of objective quality? Digibro already covered that side in his video. No, I am here to prove him wrong. By the way, hey Digi, haven't talked in a while. How are you, dude? Anyways, I am confident enough in the fact that I can prove the existence of objective quality in art that I am willing to bet on it with every single one of you watching. Let's make it about the rating of this video. I have 2 pieces of art here, and if you can honestly say that you can't see any objective difference in quality between them, and prove this by writing one paragraph for each image why it is a fantastic piece of art, you are allowed to end your comment by calling me a stupid poopy head, and I have to like your comment and thank you for your art critique you wrote. It goes without saying that just copying the comment of somebody else who already did this doesn't count. However, if you have to agree that one of those pictures is objectively better and more artistically evolved than the other, you have to at least like the video, even better, share it somewhere to see if others can prove me wrong. Are you willing to play? Good, here is the first image. The Wind by Cool. I have to say, it doesn't look too bad. Nice use of color, overall style is very pleasant to the eye. I would even go this far and say it's something I would hang in my living room at home. But now let's take a look at an image that comes from a completely different leak than anything from Cool. I call it The Wind 2.0 by A&Y. I basically took the original The Wind and redrew it with my left hand in 3 minutes without putting any effort into it. Sure, you could claim that the rebellious message that turned into this drawing makes it great art on some pretentious meta level. But I ask you to be honest with yourself here. If you would see this picture anywhere out of context without knowledge of this video, could you look at it and say, what a great piece of art? I am really looking forward to your explanations in the comments. Well, or your likes. Or both if you really want to mess with me. But silly little games aside, of course, in 99% of all cases an objectively true verdict of an art piece being generally superior to another one is impossible. Remember the Portal example, context is important, as well as the dimensions on which you measure something. Practically nothing in life is only one-dimensional, and therefore a one-dimensional assessment is stupid. However, just because we can't effectively express what ultimately makes something objectively good by including every last variable and bit of context that goes into it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Denying the existence of objective quality just because it is out of reach, even so we can clearly see the path that leads there, is a form of harmful generalization equal to the blunt context-free statement that the Star Trek reboot movies are objectively better than the old ones. Which is obviously wrong, since we all know that Galaxy Quest is best Star Trek movie, period. Even so, it's a parody of Star Trek movies. Whatever. Fact is, refusing on principle the possibility that, even in art, a piece can be superior to another one limits the overall discourse. Instead, we should all rather strive for objectivity. Yes, we as individuals are by definition incapable of grasping true objectivity. Our biases, social programming, limited experience, emotions, all those influence our perception of the world and therefore makes it impossible to even know if something is really better or if we just think so. And that's why we should share our individual interpretations of objective truth and compare them, challenge them, try to improve them by giving more context, like how available playtime is important to decide which Portal game is better. We might never reach objective truth, and even if we would, we might still not be capable of realizing it. But the attempt to get there is a worthwhile direction that gives everybody who sincerely tries to contribute to the discussion a better grasp on objective quality itself. I can see why people have grown sick of declarations of objective superiority, since most of the time it's some fanboy or girl who confuses personal preference with objectivity when it comes to their favorite show or game or whatever. And those people usually neither provide any qualified non-subjective reasons for their statement, nor are they willing to listen to the reasons against it. And that's objectively stupid. Hey guys, thank you for watching the very first episode of That's Stupid. Since this is a brand new show and my channel has gone a little bit rusty over the last few years, likes, but especially shares and feedback in the comments down below are super important to make this show a success. So if you're interested at all to see where this show is going, you know what to do.